Hi, Paul here. This is episode 6 and the final video in my series, Closing with Confidence. If you've watched from episode 1 through to now, you've already done something most business owners never do. You've actually taken the time to understand why sales conversations break down and how to fix them. We've covered why better leads are important and matter. We've uncovered the real why behind making the buying decisions. We've broken down the 5 reasons people don't buy. We've talked about preventing objections and handling them calmly when they do show up. So this episode is where everything knits beautifully together, because once all of that is in place, there's only one logical conclusion, and that's to close the deal. And here's the first thing I want you to understand. Closing should not feel awkward. It shouldn't feel pushy, and it should never feel like you're trying to convince someone to do something that they don't want to do. If it does feel that way, something earlier in the conversation was missing. So you need to revisit episodes 1 to 5. Closing isn't a moment, it's a consequence of your conversation. It's what naturally happens when the conversation's been managed and led properly. The reason so many people struggle with closing is simple. They're trying to close prospects, clients that were never ready to be closed. Not enough clarity, not enough trust, not enough desire, no urgency. So when they finally ask for the sale, it feels awkward, uncomfortable for both them and the homeowner. Here's the mindset shift that removes all of that pressure. You don't close people, people close themselves when they're ready. I'll repeat that. You don't close people, people close themselves when they're ready. Your job is not to push them over the line. Your job is to recognize when they're ready. And there are always signs. They start talking about timing. They ask what the next steps are. They talk about logistics. They talk about when instead of if. And those are all buying signals. And confident closers don't miss them. But also they don't pounce on them. They stay exactly the same, calm and collected. Because the close isn't a pitch that you go into. It's simply a check-in. Something as simple as, so based on our conversation today, does this feel like the right solution that we should be carrying forward together? Now that's not pressure, that's leadership. Or another example could be, is there anything we haven't covered yet that would stop you moving forward today? Again, it's calm, it's professional, and it's confident. And if the answer's not yet, that's not a no or rejection. That's a request for more information. It tells you there's still something unresolved. There's an underlying objection that you haven't uncovered. And because you now understand the 5 reasons people don't buy, you know exactly where to look for that underlying objection. Is it money? Is it need? Is it desire? Is it trust? Or is it urgency? Or is it a combination of 1 or 2 of those? You don't guess, you just guide the conversation back to that clarifying area, those 5 reasons people don't buy. And this is why confident closers don't fear the close. They're not scared of it. They're not attached to the outcome. They're attached to doing their job properly. and the outcome is the natural conclusion to a professionally led conversation. And that's where homeowners feel safe. Here's another important mind shift. Closing isn't something you do to someone. It's something you do with someone. You're not dragging them kicking and screaming into a decision. You're walking them towards one. And when you see it that way, everything changes. Your tone softens. Your body language relaxes. Your confidence increases. And people respond to that. This is also why discounting at the point of close is so damaging, both for you individually and your brand. Discounting says, I'm not confident in the value. I need to persuade you. Confidence says exactly the opposite. Confidence says, this is the right solution, and you're free to decide when you're ready to do it. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to close is usually the moment the prospect closes themselves. The moment you stop trying to close is usually the moment the prospect closes themselves. And that's why experienced closers look relaxed. They're not running scripts. They're not waiting for the perfect line. They're present. They're actively listening, and they're guiding the conversation. And closing becomes a calm, natural conclusion and not a stressful hurdle. Now, this series was never about tricks. It was about understanding how people actually buy and leading conversations properly. And if you've watched all 6 episodes, you now know exactly where sales leak and where you lose your business and how to fix it. So let me finish this series properly. If you've watched this entire series and you're thinking, this makes sense, but I know I'm not executing this properly yet, then there is a next step. If you're already doing £10,000 a month or more, you're generating leads, and you understand your sales process, not your workmanship is your bottleneck, there's a link below to book a call with me. That call isn't a pitch. We'll look at your business, we'll look at your leads, your close rate, and where sales are leaking. And I'll tell you honestly whether I can help you. If I don't believe I can add significant uplift to your sales, I won't take your money. I'm not here to cost you money. I'm here to make you money. And if you're not ready to invest in fixing this properly yet, that's perfectly fine too. This series will still help you to improve your sales. But if you are ready, and this is what you want to do, and you want it implemented properly, book the call below now.